Hey, this is Evan Marquette, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women and your personal trainer for love. I want to talk about why you freak out when you find a guy who has the potential to be the one. First of all, I want to say I've definitely walked a mile in your shoes. I remember I was in my early 30s. I was dating someone, or I just started dating someone who knocked my socks off. I mean, to the point where I told her 1 week in, 2 weeks in, that I loved her, and vice versa. I wasn't the only one, and it was so thrilling to the point where I couldn't eat and I couldn't sleep, right? And I thought that was it was a good thing. Well, doesn't this mean that this is special? I was actually really, really uneasy because it was almost like being the dog who caught the car. I've been on this journey, chasing, looking for meaning, looking for the right person that I'd be able to settle down and build a life with. Spent all these years doing it. Finally, I'm the dog who catches the car. I have the woman that I think is going to be my wife. She happens to be 38, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Now that I have her, I have to get married? I have to start saving money? I have to start preparing to have kids? I'm not ready to have kids. I've barely had a relationship, and I got into this weird sort of panic mode. It's a bit of a tangent from what I'm really driving at, which is part of the reason that you freak out when you find someone who has potential is because it's so very hard to find someone with potential. And real potential, not the illusion of potential, not just chemistry. But when you find someone where you're like, oh my God, this could be it, you don't actually act like yourself, right? Because the stakes are suddenly higher. I always think of it like, imagine you're sitting next to someone on an airplane and you have a lovely conversation, just a stranger. Could be a man, could be a woman, doesn't matter. But you have this lovely conversation, you let down your guard, it's really easygoing. You spend 4 hours talking and the time passes like that. And probably don't exchange numbers. It was just a really nice moment in time. Well, you don't make a really big deal about that. Now, if the same circumstances, you have a really easy connection with someone who could be a friend, but you're doing it in the context of a date, it's fraught with so much more meaning that you start to freak out about it inadvertently. You shouldn't, right? It should be a good thing, but it actually turns into a bad thing. My colleague Allison Armstrong does a really good bit on this, and she says, when you find a guy that you have a 10 chemistry with, you run in the opposite direction. Right? And the reason is you don't act like yourself around that person. And she says, you know the reason that you've got a crush on the, no, I got it backwards. You know the reason that the dorky guy at work has a crush on you? It's because you act like yourself. You don't even think twice about how you're going to be around him. You let down your guard and you're just really you. Right? And that's actually why that dorky guy that you haven't thought twice about has a crush on you, is because you're actually being the best, most real, authentic version of you. Right? But when you've been on a million dates and it's been hard to find chemistry and it's been hard to find stability and you make this connection, suddenly you say, oh my God, everything's at stake. This could be the game changer. I hope I don't screw this up. I hope he likes me. I hope I'm good enough. Right? And then your mind starts spinning, that monkey mind, and you start to almost drive yourself crazy with that tape loop that goes in your head about what could be at stake, what could go wrong. I hope this guy doesn't hurt me. I hope I'm not wasting my time. I hope this guy is different, right? And that inadvertently impacts the way you conduct yourself around him. So 2 things, right? You have choices here. You can get enough experience at dating that you're not fazed by this. You basically say, hey, I got out with 100 guys. If I'm really attracted to a guy, I don't go crazy, right? I'm cool as a cucumber. I see myself as the CEO of my own love life, right? Guys are lining up to go out with me. I just have a chance of choosing them. And you act the same around everybody. That takes a lot of confidence. That takes a lot of experience. On the other hand, what I'd probably recommend is what Allison Armstrong recommends, which is when you find a guy where you get nervous around him, that should be your first indicator that he's probably not the right guy for you, because you're not going to be yourself. You're going to be walking on eggshells. You're going to be afraid to speak. You're going to be worried about what he thinks all the time. You're going to be obsessed with him. And that's not a healthy place to start a relationship, even if it's an exciting place to start with a relationship. Brings you back to the advice that I've been giving for many years. Dial down your chemistry from a 10 to a 7, and your compatibility up from a 3 to a 10, and now you're talking about a real healthy relationship. My name is Evan Marquette. I am your dating coach. I thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe below. Make sure you go to my website, www.evanmarckatz.com. Give me your name and email address, and I will give you free dating and relationship advice that helps you understand men and find love.